Glad to have you join us on another edition of the program BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayode. Today we are back in the biscuit and confectionery business, making a stop at SONA Agro Allied Foods Limited, located in Songwater, end of Ogun State. This company emerged as a result of its parent group of companies seeking diversification and investments in other sectors. Established less than half a decade ago, and with the Bank of Industry providing the initial investment, the company now produces a wide range of biscuits and wafers from both soft and hard doughs under the SONA brand name. I sat down with the SONA Agro Allied Foods Limited MD, Mr. Subramanian Murungesan. He talks about their operations, distribution, impact of Forex on the value chain, amongst other issues. Join us in a moment.
In the agricultural sector due to limited processing and preservation capacity. This results in high food prices and food importation, with its attendant effects on the nation's foreign reserves. To enable Nigerians optimize the benefits from the country's vast agricultural products such as cassava, oil palm, rice, tomatoes and others, the Bank of Industry has launched a 5 billion naira cottage agro-processing fund, the CAP Fund. Customers can access the fund to establish plans to process our various agro-produce into food products or intermediate raw materials for industries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. For more information on the CAP Fund, please visit www.boinigeria.com/capfund. Bank of Industry, developing Nigeria's agro-processing industry through the CAP Fund.
In SONA Agro Allied Foods Limited, we are mainly manufacturing biscuits. We are manufacturing around 8 products which are called SONA Active, which is a glucose biscuit. We are manufacturing SONA Malty, which is a malt-based biscuit. We are manufacturing SONA Digestive, which is a digestive fiber product. We are manufacturing SONA Crispy, which is a coconut-based biscuit. We are also manufacturing Thins Cracker, it is a cracker product, and SONA Rich Tea, it is a rich tea product. So there are 8 products which are being manufactured in biscuit category. We are also manufacturing cream wafer products which are called Golden Fairy Vanilla. It's a vanilla cream based product. We are manufacturing chocolate cream based product called Golden Choco Cream. We are also into manufacturing cheese bite, which is a so-called cheese ball in local terminology. There are totally 11 products that are being manufactured under this SONA Agro Allied Foods Limited.
So what then are your raw materials and how do you source them?
Nearly 95% of our raw materials requirement is sourced locally within Nigeria. For example, as you know, in biscuits, the main ingredients are flour, fat, sugar, and some other chemical materials and some flavoring materials, packing materials like packing films and empty cartons. So 95% of our raw materials and packaging materials are sourced locally. But however, our own supply chain, our own raw material suppliers, they in turn depend upon some of the imported items to produce their raw materials.
Give me an example.
For example, if you take wheat, sufficient quantity of wheat is not produced locally, as we are all aware of it. Efforts are being made by present government, to produce locally produced wheats. But however, the quantity produced is not sufficient to meet the demand, the total demand of the country. So still our flour mill suppliers are still they are importing the wheat from abroad like Australia, Brazil and America, and they in turn process the wheat and convert into flour and transferring to us. This is a typical example. For example, if you take cotton suppliers also, they do not get the enough amount of locally produced paper to produce the empty cottons. They again have to import the paper, raw papers, to convert it to empty cottons to supply to us. So like that, if you can see, some of the raw materials are to be produced using imported raw materials in turn.
Now, you talked about your products and their market demand. Do you export?
At present, we are not exporting, but we have seen the potential, and our own people, marketing and sales people, have visited some of the West African countries like Ghana, Mali, Senegal, Mauritania, Chad and Cameroon. And our people have visited, they went along with a sample of our products, and we found that the samples are well accepted by the local traders who are importing the confectionery products in their countries. So I am confident by December this 2016 or by January, we will be in a position to export our products to some of these countries which I mentioned to you.
You are here in Ota, Ogun State. Now, what is the economic importance of your location? How does that help distribution?
Being in Ota has got some advantage because we are nearer to some of our major suppliers of raw materials. As you know, that flour is one of the major suppliers which consume almost 60%. So our suppliers are Crown Flour Mills and Flour Mills of Nigeria, and those are the mills are nearer to us. And other manufacturing companies are in and around Lagos, helps us to procuring raw materials and packaging materials from here. So as far as the distribution of our product is concerned, we have a very reliable network of private transporters. We have some 6 companies who are transporting our products throughout Nigeria. I can proudly say that the products reaches right up to Sokoto. Even we have a product gone up to Gombe. Even Maiduguri, I am planning to send one consignment by next week. So they are reliable networks, but the transport cost involved in that, but still we have to bear with that.
I'd like to know what your installed capacity is, and are you maximizing it?
As you might have seen, all our plants are imported plants, mainly from Europe, from Italy, and our packaging machines are from Japanese design, Omeri, and our baking plants are from Laser, Italy. Our automation system is from Sepi, Italy. You might have seen that most of the plants are from Europe and Japan. This helps us to maintain the high level of quality, consistency. So batch after batch, you will find that our quality will be consistent with that. There won't be any variations in the product consistency. Our present capacity is almost 100 tons of biscuits per day, 24 hours of operations. We can make almost 7 tons of cream wafer, and we are making almost capacity of 12 tons of cheese ball. These are the major items which are being produced now. These are the capacity level which we can achieve. Due to the constraints of the cash flow, due to the constraints of working capital, and the other consideration, even though our demand is quite high for our products, we are not able to meet up the demand of production. So I can tell you that we are producing almost to the tune of around 60 tons, 65 tons per day at present. With the support of additional working capital and other this, we will be able to rise up to the level of 110 tons per day.
All right, since you mentioned working capital, how did you raise the capital to start this business and to get your equipment?
Here I have to be very thankful to Bank of Industries. They are the first people gave the initial loan, which we can call it as a seed money to start this business. They have provided the loan during 2013-2014 period, when we were in the initial stages, very initial stages of production. So we are very thankful to the top management from MD of Bank of Industries and the General Manager of Lagos branch. We are also thankful to the Assistant General Manager and our relationship manager, Mr. Idris Uluova. So these are the people. One of the good, very appreciable thing about Bank of Industry, they followed it up. They follow it up not only just giving a loan, they follow it up to ensure that the money is invested properly and the returns are well coming out for society. I can be very confident they are highly professional bankers, keeping a mind on the social commitment of the Nigerian populations. In considering that, just to inform you that we are also in the process of discussing with them an additional working capital loan from Bank of Industry to enhance our capacity utilization as well as our sales turnover will go high.
And what is the value of the initial investment?
The initial investment was almost to the tune of 600 million, with which we were able to start the projects and make it producing the production.
How did you spend or disburse the initial investment?
With the initial investment, as you know very well, any factory is established, any manufacturing setup is established. You need a completely utility services. We need power generations with a limited government support on the power. We should have our own power generation capacities to the tune of 24 hours round the clock. We need water services. We need air, steam, so many other utility services. We also invested the same amount on the initial plant and packing machineries to start the productions, especially the biscuit and cream wafer. We were able to invest some of the amount on the plant and machinery to start the productions.
Have you ever imagined a time when you could apply for and get a loan from the comfort of your bedroom? Or prayed that the processing time was shorter? Well, it is now a reality with the fast and swift Bank of Industry real-time online loan application initiative. The BOI online loan application portal is designed to deliver access and convenience to prospecting SME customers by ensuring that applicants